Hey, Security Token Market, welcome back. I'm joined here with Ross Denny, the Chief Marketing Officer of the title sponsor of the Digital Assets and Securities Conference, Planet Wealth. Ross, thanks for being here.
I appreciate you having us. It's been a great 3 days to really understand where digital assets and tokenization and blockchain all come together, and just wanted to take some time and thank you for what you're doing with this industry and really bring into the front the people that are participants and taking and providing technology to people and solutions and friction points that are being eliminated from their technology. And you guys have done such a great job of making the awareness of what's happening in our industry. I know we're a small fragment in the digital tokenization and side of capitalism, but it's on the verge of being an incredibly large opportunity. So appreciate all that you guys are doing and really pushing that boundary for the bleeding edge side that we're on.
Thank you so much. So I think that's such an important key piece of this industry right now because of how new it is, because of how quickly the industry is moving. We need to focus on making sure we're documenting what's going on, or else it's never going to be an opportunity that's inclusive for new issuers or for new asset owners or for new investors or just new enthusiasts looking to participate, get involved, or entrepreneurs that are looking to build solutions. So I think that there's a lot of value in driving that concept.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into it a little bit. So tell me about Planet Wealth and where your company's mission is headed and what the goal is with you.
Well, Planet Wealth is a simple solution to allowing capitalism to be had by all. We want to provide a platform where people can participate in capitalization that have typically been blocked out. So we've created technology as a fintech company to provide people the ability to access capital through their social network called social capital and transforming that into working capital. In doing so, we've created a solution that we've already done the proof of concept ourselves, where we reached out to our social capital. We have not raised a dime from venture capitalists. We've been strictly offering it to the masses and the people in our social network, and we've raised a little over $10 million so far and have illustrated that it works. And now the next step is that we're taking our technology, bringing it to the forefront with some companies to see how that technology works for their process of raising capital within their social network, and have had some great meetings at this event. A couple of them thanks to you for thinking of us and having us on your mind.
Look, community is really important, and I think that one of the really powerful things about the security token industry is just this idea of collaboration and sharing this deal flow. I mean, the industry is so large. The opportunity here is just massive, and it's exponentially larger than what we see in the crypto markets. And so because of that, we're so small, we're so early in this space that not collaborating, I think, only hurts the industry. And so I'm a karma guy. You give and you get, as they say.
As is illustrated by your actions here this week.
So Planet Wealth is building a tech solution. Where does blockchain come into this whole play and tokenization?
So great question. So we've come at it from a very conservative approach where we've taken what are clear rules and delineation of what you can do to raise capital. So as a Reg B, a Reg C, Reg A+, Reg CF, and how all those platforms are rolling out, we've taken an approach where we can help people construct a PPM under those regulatory requirements, and doing so that you have a PPM generated by our end result. Now with that, we built all the tokenization to do that so that we can then provide those people that are using our platform to create their investment portfolios the ability to create the liquidity that tokenization allows. And as we see the rules and regulations come more into play, we're going to bring that into the forefront to allow people to participate. And much as we had FINRA, of all people, represented at the conference to kind of give us some insight as to where regulation's going. And I know that we've got the 5-year no action letter that a lot of people are operating off of. Let's push forward. It changes tremendously the forefront that says we're not just going to block you from doing this, but we're going to open up and listen and learn. And with the regulators and the lobbyists that are here this week, helping push those, hey, let us know how we do it. We want to be compliant. And as we see that come forward, we're having that tokenization that's built on our platform then be introduced under real clear rules and delineation that nobody gets in trouble by doing the wrong thing or something that's in the gray area.
Yeah, it's the real power of just following securities laws. Is that you get a lot of the benefit of the doubt when you're following exactly what the SEC has said is required, and they're expecting. Even again, in some cases when some people feel that these are commodities or something else, hey, if we follow securities laws, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the Planet Wealth business model, in the sense that you mentioned that the goal here is to create a platform where individuals or businesses can raise capital from their social networks. How does that work, and what are they selling to their, is it they're selling a business? Is it empowering individuals to start a new company, or what's kind of your thinking on that front?
Great question. So from the onset, we saw a huge gap in capitalism as we know it. The ability to raise capital is not really something that's understood by people that have a dream to own a beach house or have a dream to own a collector car. And they get lost in the nuances and they get shuffled, and then their dream dissipates. So what we wanted to do is create a platform where somebody can come in, whether they have a company or not, go through, answer all the questions that they would need to have answered to start an LLC, a C Corp, and then what state, and then go through all those questions. And we spit out at the end of a very rigorous process of getting you done right, in 2-3 hours, a full private placement memorandum that you can go and take to your circle of influence and then raise capital. We've partnered with Vertalo. We've partnered with Assuredly, so we have those back-end mechanisms. Assuredly is an insured platform that protects the issuer and also protects the investor.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that we created then as the end result a product that somebody can then go to their social influence circle and turn it into working capital and allow investor participation. That's one aspect. And in the meantime, we've created our own platforms offering, which is first and foremost Planet Wealth. So as you build your community and your ecosystem, we're allowing people, just as we are preaching, to participate in Planet Wealth. So we have the ability for people to invest in their own company, and that's unheard of. You and I didn't get a chance to participate in eBay or Wall Street or Amazon, and we're allowing that for our people to also participate. So we call it own what you build what you own.
That's awesome. That's awesome, and especially with you bring in this tokenization construct of secondary market infrastructure, right? And now you're creating liquidity options for those investors. That when we look at equity crowdfunding, one of the main reasons that I believe it was never fully adopted in the mainstream is that retail investors that those deals were targeted towards don't have the luxury of locking in capital for 7 to 10 years as they wait for an eventual liquidity exit. And so with a tokenization deal or with any of these blockchain-based assets, you can have liquidity much quicker, which allows those investors to feel more comfortable and confident in participating in these ecosystems and creating more wealth for themselves and others. And so I think that what you're building is very aligned on that front.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's something that we've got personal experience in our team of over 100 years amongst 4 of us on the C staff of being in either the markets financially or in real estate. And I did a little over $250 million in real estate development myself, and I had 38 SPEs, and they were all managed under operating agreements for each property. So if it was land or a flip or a build, I had different sectors that investors I had to put in based on their criteria of liquidity, cash flow, equity growth, and had to position that. And with what we've done is that you can come in, and as we tokenize on the end of those results, if we're in a long-term build and you want out for a life change event, then we have that liquidity option in place, which is phenomenal about this industry because it's going to revolutionize real estate development. It's going to revolutionize, with 98% of the real estate developments being privately held operations and only 2% in the commercial market, 98% of the real estate structures are going to be revolutionized to where you can offer liquidity for people in and create micro markets within. It's absolutely mind-blowing what's happening right now.
That's absolutely fantastic. So let's look to the future now. Where are you headed from here? You're capitalized. Are you still closing that round, or is that kind of finished and you're looking to deploy into building more or getting assets onboarded? What's your roadmap looking like?
Well, like I said before, we've already proved our concept. We've raised a little over $10 million ourselves, and we're currently under a raise of another $20 million that is offered to accredited investors. And then, we've looked at SPACs and direct listings and Reg A Plus offerings that, we hope to get there sooner than later, and we see that happening very quickly. We're at a very low valuation right now, purposely, so we're allowing people to get in that want to take part and get that that potential for multiple effect like some of the companies you would have. I mean, if you would have been in Robinhood when it initially offered 13 rounds prior to going public, that's what we hope to be able to offer to people is that, hey, as we grow with a goal of getting 1 million members on board that are all participating in capitalism and collaborating, you have the chance to own a piece, and we want to keep that true to ourselves. Is that, yes, you can own what you build and build what you own. And so yes, we're under a raise right now that we'd love to have anybody that's interested talk to us about it and participate in the next step.
So where can interested parties reach out and to find out more information on that?
Simply go to our website, planetwealth.com. Go through the tabs, you'll see an option there for learning about how you can own what you build, and that's the first step in our 4-step process of wealth creation. And we'd love to talk to you more about how we might be able to help you create wealth.
Well, congratulations on everything. Thanks for joining us today. We'll talk soon.
Always a pleasure, Kyle.